Christmas time crochet. Well, hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to make a cute little reindeer. Look at the bow tie and his little nose. Isn't he just the cutest? Yes, he is. So, of course you can find the link to the written pattern in the description below the video. Let's get started. You will need, as per usual, some yarn, a hook for crocheting, a tapestry needle to close everything off and to sew the different parts together, some safety eyes and some stuffing. And we're starting with the arms. You start with some white yarn and you crochet 6 single crochet stitches in a magic circle, and then you crochet around. Then you change to a light brown yarn. You basically crochet around for a bit. You don't stuff the arms, and when you're done, and you crochet them, you push them flat together, you fold the top of the arms flat, and then you make 3 single crochet stitches to close them up and to make it easier to sew them, or to crochet them actually, to the body. The legs and body, you start with the legs with white yarn, then you crochet 6 single crochet stitches in a magic circle, and then you increase to 9 crochet stitches, then you switch to light brown yarn and you crochet basically around for 9 stitches with some decreases and increases to give a little shape to the legs. Don't cut the yarn when you finish with the second leg, because then you start from the second leg and chain 3 and join with the first leg, and then you crochet starting with the body. So 9 single crochet stitches on the first leg, then 3 again in the 3 chain stitches that you did, and then 9 single crochet stitches on the second leg, and then 3 in the opposite side of the 3 chain stitches, and then a total of 24 stitches. Then you have a nice base of your body, then you increase to 30, then you crochet around for a bit at 30 stitches, you decrease to 24, and then you crochet around at 24, you decrease to 18, crochet around, decrease to 12, and then you join the arms and crochet them together with the body, so you don't have to sew them on. I love that. I really like not having to sew that. And then after you do the round where you join the arms, you crochet around again, and then you fasten off and you leave a little yarn tail for sewing. Let's continue on with the head. You start you crochet the head starting from the nose to the back of the head, so not from top to bottom, but from front to back. You start with white yarn and with 6 single crochet stitches in a magic circle, then you crochet around, you increase to 9, to 12, to 18, to 24, to 30, and to 36, and then you change to light brown yarn, and then you do a 36 crochet stitching around, and then in the back loop only, you crochet 36 stitches, and then in both loops again 36 stitches. Now, and then you start decreasing again. It's probably wise at this point to leave the head and start with the nose flap, because then you get to sew the nose flap to the head more easily when it's not stuffed and done, and you can place the safety eyes more easily, and then you finish off after you've done that. You can finish off the head. I think that's by far the easiest way to do it. I will continue on with the head description, and you can do it in whatever order you want. So you decrease to 30, you decrease to 24, to 18, to 12, to 6. You stuff along the way, obviously, and fasten off and sew that head shut. And then the nose flap. With light brown yarn, you join your yarn to round 10 of the head, and that is the round where you were crocheting in the back loop only. So in the front loop of that round, you crochet 5 single crochet stitches. Then you make 1 turning chain, you turn, and of course do 5 back. And in row 3 you turn and make 4 single crochet stitches, so you skip 1. And row 4 you turn and make 3 single crochet stitches, so it gets smaller and smaller. In row 5 you make 1 turning chain and you crochet for 3 stitches, and then row 6 crochet for 2, and row 7 again 2, and then you fasten off. You have this little flap, like triangular flap attached to your head, and then you pull it over the nose and you sew it to the nose with the yarn end that you have provided. And this of course is in the unfinished head, but like I said, would be easier because it's easier just to sew that. And when you have sewn your nose flap, it's easier to place the eyes where you want them. And after you placed your safety eyes, you can continue with the head like I mentioned before. Again, so we continue on with the ears. With light brown yarn, you make 6 single crochet stitches in a magic circle. You increase to 9 to 12. You sort of crochet around at 12. And then you start decreasing again, 9, 6, and then you leave it. Do not stuff them, just leave a little yarn for sewing. And that is adorable. With dark brown yarn, we start the antlers. There's 2 parts to these things, a long part and a short part that is sewn to the longer part. So part 1 is the long part where you just crochet around for 6 single crochet stitches in a total of 7 rounds. The shorter part is a total of 3 rounds with the same 6 single crochet stitches, and you fasten off and you sew the small bits to the longer bits. And you get this wonderful little antlers. You sew the ears and the antlers to the head, and you can embroider the little nose, and that's the little head finish. And of course you sew the whole thing together. I mean the head to the body that has already the arms and legs attached. And the finishing touch is the little bow tie. Now this is something I came up with. It's not perfect, but it will do the trick. It's very, very simple. With red yarn or whatever color you want, you chain 6 stitches, and then in the 4th stitch, so you skip 3, that's the first double crochet stitch. In the 4th stitch you make 5 double crochet stitches, so in total you have like 5 parts. Then you make 1 slip stitch in the 5th stitch, which is going to be the middle of the bow tie. And then in the 6th stitch you make 4 double crochet stitches, you chain 3, and then you slip stitch that chain into the 5th stitch, which is the middle. So in both sides you have the equivalence of 5 double crochet stitches. Then you fasten off and you wrap your yarn tail around the middle a couple of times to create the center. And then you put the you fasten off the yarn on the back side of the bow, and then you can make a little yarn. You can use that yarn tail to sew it around the neck of the reindeer, but you can also put a separate piece of yarn to be able to tie it to the neck or not. So that's I hope that's a little bit clear. I don't know. So that's it. Your little reindeer is ready for some Christmas action. Of course, you can bling it up even more. Put some jingle bells on there. Put some snowflakes. Give it a little bit of eyebrow and eyelash action. Create a little mouth. Throw some tinsel on there and call it a day. So thank you so much for watching this little tutorial. Like I said, the written pattern can be found. The link to the written pattern can be found in the description below the video. I will be back next week with a very special Christmas bear. So stay tuned for that, and I hope to see you again soon on this channel. And I wish you happy Christmas crocheting!